So, I'm back here with another story time with Way. And I brought a special guest, my beautiful wife, Shani the Shooter. So, with this story time with Way, it's going to be a very interesting story that involves her. This is the story of how I learned my drinking limits. Let me start from the beginning. Let me not muddy it. Let me start from the beginning. So I had gotten kicked out of ISU because I decided to party a little bit too much, and got sent back home to Gary. When I got sent back home to Gary, I went back home thinking I was a badass, basically. Like, thought I was bigger and badder than what I really was. Not the case. Not the case at all. So my mom pretty much had let me know. She was like, look, you got an option. You can go back to school or you can start working. Decided to go back to school. But didn't want to go to the campus, so I started doing online classes. And doing online classes at home, it's just a lot went on during that time period. And I just was like, you know what? I gotta go. I'm ready. I'm ready to leave the nest, Mom. I gotta go. So, hit her up. When I hit her up, it was like, hey, can I come stay with you? Like, can I come stay with you in your dorm room? She was like, in my dorm room? Like, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck not? I'm like, if that's something you're okay with, like, if you cool with that, then, come on. And she was like, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Come on down. So, got a chance to stay with her. Got a little job at Steak and Shake too. But fuck them people because that job was trash. Had that job for like 30 days. But a couple weeks that went past, and Jay Nasty, my brother JB, ended up throwing a quad party. Now, if you don't know what a quad is, it's a dorm that got 4 rooms in it, 3 singles and a double room. We went to his quad before the party even started. Now, this is the part that she's going to kick in because
I was not at this party.
She wasn't at the party. So, this is what happened from her point of view during this time period.
Look, I was not at this party, you guys. I was having friends over this day, and I had let it be known, like, look, I'm having people over. I'm gonna have some people over to my dorm while this is going on. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Maybe I'll slide by when we're done. Maybe.
Now the shirt she has on.
Oh, it's crazy because now the shirt I actually do have on a shirt.
It was a group. It was a choir called EMC, and it was a couple people from the choir that she had come through over to her dorm room. So meanwhile, I'm at this party, and before the party started, JB was like, let's get fucked up. Let's pregame. Let's get as turned as possible real quick. We had like 3 minutes. So niggas just started throwing back shots. I got to about shot 15. I remember the number 15. I saw the marks on my arm and it was 15. So I was like, cool. All right. Left out his room, sat on the couch, done. Ended up laying over on the couch because I started getting sleepy. After I got sleepy, somebody ended up picking me up. When they ended up picking me up, they took me back to her dorm room. And when they took me back to her dorm room, guess who was over?
My new friends.
Her new friends.
This is my first time hanging out too, so I'm trying, I'm like, okay, I'm so excited, I'm so nervous. I just want this to go smoothly because I don't know, meeting new people is scary, can be at least. And I'm just I don't want people to think I'm weird or I don't know. I just wanted to chill and have a good night and not be interrupted by no bullshit. No, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. And what?
I came through with the bullshit.
With all of it.
So mind you, the reason why they picked me up from the couch I was laying on and brought me back is because I was not responsive. I was dead weight to the person that brought me back. I was dead weight. Like I was non-responsive at all. I threw up on myself prior to getting to her dorm room. After I threw up on myself in her dorm room, I threw up.
You were good when you got to my room.
Okay, so again,
you started throwing out. You started throwing up when you got in the bathroom.
So when I got in the bathroom, I guess that's when I threw
up.
Lord, go ahead.
Lord.
I don't remember what
I
happened.
bet not.
This is what was told to me. So
I bet not.
So what
he
happened?
threw up all in our bathroom. It was so much vomit, and like Wayman was literally passed out. He was dead, and I was like so embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh.
Now she's embarrassed. What if I really was dead?
But okay, calm down, because I was making sure you were okay, but I was still pissed off. Okay, don't get me wrong, pissed. Like, Wayman, wake up! Like I was literally like screaming at him, like shaking him, like Wayman, wake your ass up! Like because he was literally just like, and I couldn't lift him up.
I was slumped.
Wayman is not, like, but dead weight. Wayman is like, I was literally like,
I'm hefty.
What is a girl to do? Like I can't like
solid baby
get him together. So I'm like, what's the, like, anyway, he threw up all over the bathroom, all over himself. It was
vomit everywhere. It was a vomit
borderline alcohol poisoning, and I'm so glad that he is okay.
Yeah, no, it was alcohol poisoning. It was definitely alcohol poisoning.
What?
The amount of vomit that was coming out of my body.
It was terrible.
It was alcohol poisoning.
It was terrible.
Alcohol poisoning.
Terrible.
And here's the fucked up thing about that, though. We ate before the party. We went to the.
Apparently, it didn't account for none.
We went to the LQ. You was with us.
Oh shoot!
It was. We went to the Lincoln Quadrangle to eat. I had burgers. I had fries. I had chicken sandwiches. I had all the good shit.
And well, it didn't account for anything,
apparently,
because
it accounted for
I wish
nothing.
I could there was like a puddle, like puddle of vomit, and he like passed out, and I was trying to get him back on the toilet, and he kept passing out again, and he was like in and out of consciousness, and I was like, oh my God, wait a minute, like.
I was a hot ass mess. Long story short.
What do I do, Lord? What do I do?
Long story short, I was a hot ass mess. Thankfully.
Hot ass mess.
Eventually I stopped. They changed my clothes. They made like a makeshift bed for me between like two chairs.
That you kept sliding out of.
And the next morning, I woke up to a pissed off Shanice.
Okay, mind you, I was also running late for work, so chill out. Like, I was mad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I met these new people. He threw up all over my bathroom. It brought out my bad side because I was literally like torn between caring for Wayman and being really mad at Wayman. Like, I told you guys that I was going to have people over, and you brought him here. This is where you brought him, in the middle of me. But of course, so he was cool. Glad he was cool, but like, know your limits. And don't be out here hanging out with Jay Nasty, trying to outdrink each other.
And she gives the lesson of the episode. Don't try to outdrink Jay Nasty, and know your fucking limits. Know your limits.
While we're playing, we should do another one where we talk about me and any time that I've been to.
Trust me. Again, story time with Shane.
Know your limits.
Story time with Shane's coming. But I have been your boy, Way.
It has been your girl, Shane the Shooter.
This is again another episode of Storytime with Way. You can find the Way's World Podcast, Drunkcast, and Talking Sports with Way and Crony on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and all other podcasting platforms. Peace.
Know your fucking limits.